as it has been 3 times that we have now recorded this. Here we go. What up, people? I'm Caddy Knight. This is my father.
Hi.
And welcome to the second episode of Vile Reviews. According to him, the title may change.
Opening shot, we get a great reason for the remastered versions. The USS Antares ship model. A very cool addition to the episode, and based off of one from the animated series. Kirk is entering the transporter room.
What is Kirk wearing?
That's a little greenish thing he gets to wear sometimes because he's captain.
I'm sorry, Kirk, but I might have to call the fashion police.
I'm sure he's so scared.
You can shut up.
Kirk is there to meet the captain of the USS Antares, who's transferring over a stowaway, the young Charles Evans. The captain of the Antares is clearly uncomfortable. He keeps trying to talk to Kirk, but Charlie keeps interrupting him, only to ask inane questions about the Enterprise and its operations. And it's strange, a teenager interrupting? That never happened.
Hey, what's with the badges? Why are they different?
It was a little thing they did in the original series.
Question.
Is Kirk gonna wear that green outfit the whole episode?
I'm not sure.
Where's Spock?
You keep interrupting. That's considered wrong.
Beehive walks in, and Charlie clearly likes what he sees. Is that a girl? No, Charlie. That is a woman.
We move on to McCoy giving Charlie a medical exam. After which, Charlie walks around the ship and sees what some of the crew members are doing.
He runs into Miss Beehive and gives her a present, but he does it all creepy-like. Smooth, Charlie, smooth. On her way out, he smacks Miss Beehive on the butt. And if a guy ever did that to me, I would smack him in the face and probably kick him in the balls too.
That's my girl. On the bridge, Spock and McCoy talk about how unlikely it would have been that Charlie could have survived on the planet completely unassisted.
Kirk is still wearing the ugly uniform. Yay.
So, in this scene, McCoy is wearing shiny scrubs.
Yes, but those are cool.
What makes shiny scrubs any cooler than a green tunic?
It's green.
Our trio decide to argue over who's going to give Charlie Evans the birds and the bees speech. Kirk says McCoy and Spock should, as he's the medical expert and he's the science officer. But McCoy says that Kirk should because Charlie kind of sees him as a role model.
What's in the next scene? Spock is playing a musical instrument.
Liar.
No, I'm not. Wait, are we really doing this joke?
No, not anymore.
Uhura starts singing with Spock playing its instrument for the background music.
What? Spock smiling? Out of continuity! Kill the writers! Burn this episode to the ground!
Dad, calm down.
Oh! It's out of character! And I'm gonna complain if I want to on the internet. At least let me complain about how bad Uhura's singing is. I mean, she's not as bad as Lore Reloaded or Bird of Prey 5, but she's really bad.
Fine, and I honestly do agree. It's 'cause I'm inquired. I know bad singing when I hear it. Anyways, who's Lore Reloaded and Bird of Prey?
Don't worry about it, they're just nobodies on YouTube. Crew says encore, so Uhura starts changing her song up to one more about the young Charlie being so clearly in love with Rand.
I can't tell if she's trying to embarrass Charlie or if she's trying to embarrass Miss Beehive.
If she's anything like most women I know, yes.
The song she's singing is about Charlie wanting a quote-unquote hug from Rand. Rand? I don't know who Rand is. I think I mean Miss Beehive. Anyways, she's just a shipper.
What's a shipper?
Oh, you're so old.
Charlie uses a spaz face, making Uhura lose her voice. Charlie moves on to card tricks to try to impress Rand, an opening move many geeks have used, which it never works.
Seems to be working for him.
It won't in the end.
Okay.
Kirk is meeting with a random crew member, talking about the ship's Thanksgiving Day. I'm kind of surprised they still have Thanksgiving in the 23rd century, but whatever. The interesting part about this is the fact that he orders that the synthetic meatloaf looks and tastes like turkey. Another thing the original series predicted. Tofurkey. Thanks, Kirk. After which, Charlie walks in and asks Kirk a very important question. Why is it not okay to smack a woman on the butt?
Someone please just smack this boy upside the head.
Kirk does his best to try to explain why smacking a woman on her butt is wrong. I wonder if Kirk could explain that to a certain...
No politics, Dad!
Fine. Kirk is called to the bridge. The USS Antares is calling and is trying to get a hold of him. They try to explain something, but suddenly Charlie gives a spaz face, and the line goes silent. Spock scans the area and finds out the Antares has been destroyed.
Oh my god!
After hearing about the destruction of a fellow starship, Kirk and Spock do what they have to do and play chess because plot.
I don't like the fact that Kirk won.
Well, if it helps, Kirk only won because Spock says it's because he's illogical. In the next game, it's now Charlie versus Spock, and Spock soundly whoops him. After which, Charlie kind of gives his derp face and melts the pieces.
He's a sore loser.
Out in the corridor, Charlie runs into Rand again, but this time she tries to introduce him to another yeoman, more of his own age. Charlie, being fixated on Rand, though, is quite rude to the young yeoman, and she runs away. Charlie and Rand have a kind of a creepy conversation, after which Rand goes up to the bridge and complains to Kirk about the little twerp, basically asking Kirk if he can talk to Charlie about leaving her alone. She casually mentions that if he continued to act like that towards her, she might have to hurt him.
Oh, honey, I would have already hurt him. In multiple places. Mostly his pride.
So then Kirk goes to meet Charlie and tries to explain the situation, but it goes over as well as you think it would be trying to explain something to a horny teenager. Kirk then suggests that they go to the gym. Shirtless Shatner alert! Shirtless Shatner alert! So they've all changed into yoga pants and, except for Kirk, a gi top. Kirk tries to teach Charlie how to fall, but Charlie gets upset because he's not really good at it, so he gives his derp face to another crew member, and he disappears.
First canon red shirt death is a gi?
I guess so. Being a whiny teenager, Charlie, of course, gives the excuse, I had to do it. I didn't have a choice. He was laughing at me.
Grow a backbone!
Well, that's teenager logic for you.
Is that a jab at me?
No, sweetheart. I would never insinuate that would be something you would do. Though I'm glad that you don't actually have magic powers. You're scary enough as is.
Damn right.
Kirk tries to discipline Charlie, but it goes as well as you think it would.
Evil lighting is evil. I don't like that version. Evil lighting is evil.
Security comes in, but they are kind of ineffectual.
One of these things is not like the other.
Once again, evil lighting is evil.
And this time, even Kirk gets in on the act. Kirk manages to convince Charlie to leave with security, but Uhura contacts him via the bridge to tell them that all hand phasers have suddenly disappeared from the ship. The power trio discuss the possibility of how Charlie may have got his powers. Caddy, did you notice that Kirk's not wearing the green uniform anymore?
Yeah. During the last commercial break, Fashion Police talked to him.
Oh, well, McCoy's still wearing the shiny scrubs.
Yeah, because those are cool.
Spock suggests that since Charlie still has some admiration for Kirk since he's the captain of the ship, Kirk used that to his advantage somehow.
Put in a power play? I guess?
What?
I don't know. I had a thought, and then I lost it.
I'm keeping this in the recording.
Yay.
The security guards bring Charlie up, and Kirk asks him point blank if he's responsible for what happened to the Antares. Charlie basically admits that he did it, saying that it's because they wanted to get rid of him, so they deserved it.
Wanting to get rid of him is not a reason to murder them! Back on the bridge, Kirk tries to contact Colony 5, and Charlie blows up the console. Big boom!
That wasn't a big boom, that was a bad special effect.
I wanted to, okay?
Suddenly, the helm loses steering. They're not able to control the ship, and Charlie walks onto the bridge. He gives Spock the derp face, and Spock starts spouting weird poetry, causing... Why am I channeling Shatner now? Sorry.
I did it last episode, and now it's your turn.
I'm not keeping this.
I made him keep it in.
Alright, now that I'm not channeling Shatner anymore, Spock starts spouting poetry, and Caddy starts fangirling.
Shut it.
Kirk gives Charlie the good old talking to, and he convinces Charlie to let Spock return to normal. Charlie storms off the bridge. Spock tells Kirk that there's gonna come a time where Charlie won't back down.
Charlie runs into Tina and then turns her into a lizard because he was upset. Someone smack this boy! Smack some sense into him, please!
Am I allowed to do that next time you act like that?
No!
Oh. Charlie decides to go into Rand's quarters uninvited. So wait, Rand in the first episode has a salt alien kind of creep on her, and in this episode she has a horny teenager get all rapey with her. I put forth that from now on, a woman with this kind of luck should now be known as a red skirt.
I like that.
Charlie tries to convince Rand to fall in love with him, but he's really not doing a good job.
You never say I love you on the first date, let alone when you're being all rapey.
Kirk and Spock try to come to her rescue, but Charlie gives him the derp face.
And it causes them to fly back into a wall.
So Rand slaps him. This causes Charlie to do what any rational being would do. He gives her the derp face and makes her disappear. The rapey guy blames the woman for fighting back, something that would never happen today. Kirk manages to talk Charlie down one last time. Spock and a random crewman try to booby-trap a doorway into a force field. But it works as well as you think it would, as Charlie just gives the whole wall his derp face and it disappears.
Charlie tells Kirk that he's in charge now.
Charlie then terrorizes the crew, making one woman old, another lose her face, and a group of people turn into statues. All the important characters are now back on the bridge.
And McCoy's still wearing the awesome scrubs.
The power trio come up with a plan. Turn as many things on as possible so it makes it more difficult for Charlie to control the ship, overtaxing his powers. Charlie walks under the bridge, and then sits in Kirk's chair.
No one sits in Kirk's chair besides Spock and Kirk.
The bridge crew puts the plan into action, causing Charlie to overuse his powers. Kirk, in dramatic lighting, tells Charlie he wants his ship back. Charlie gives Kirk the derp face, knocking him to the ground. But wait, there's a transmission, and an alien ship appears off the starboard bow. And suddenly Rand appears on the bridge. Something is happening to Charlie. And then an alien head appears on the bridge as well.
Is that Zordon?
The alien explains that he and his kind gave Charlie his powers so he'd be able to survive on the planet. But Charlie's in no condition to try to survive outside the planet on his own. So he's taking him back. So he takes Charlie back. End of episode. So let me see if I get this episode straight. In the end, Kirk and crew end up really doing nothing to save the day. Instead, they're saved by magic Deus Ex aliens. But a whole other ship and crew gets destroyed. Makes sense. Alright, this is the third time we've had to record this. I can't really think of a good way of ending the episode. Can you?
Like, comment, and subscribe!
That'll do.
My brain just died.